The play I've chosen to do a monologue from is Peer Gynt. I've been involved in 2 productions of Peer Gynt, one directed by Dominic Hill at Dundee Rep and adapted by Colin Tevan, and the other one at the National Theatre in London, directed by Jonathan Kent and adapted by Sir David Hare. That was actually called Peter Gynt. The reason I like the play is because I believe that Peer Gynt is an everyman or an every woman. He's you, he's me, he's someone next door. He is someone who desperately wants to find himself, to find out oneself, like a lot of us do, and to have a desire to stroke one's ego. Often one is thwarted in this desire by the desires of other people, obviously, and by the way the world is. And when this happens, we tend to get ourselves involved in imagination and form a fantasy world so that this self that one is looking for can actually reign supreme. Now, Peer Gynt is a long play, so it's very difficult to put it in a nutshell. But Peer Gynt, as a young man, leaves his home in the springtime of his youth, travels around the world looking for himself, looking for power, looking for his ego to be stroked, and ends up coming back home in the midst of winter, a disillusioned, bitter, hard old man, not having found himself because it actually was where he left it, at home. I hope this is making sense. There are 2 constants in his real world, his mother and Solveig, who was the love of his life. He leaves both of these women to go on his travels. Solveig, he's built a hut for her in the woods. She stays there waiting for him, believing in him, believing that there is a good person there. His mother, not to be putting a spoiler on things, dies, but he manages to visit her before she dies and is with her at her death, which is a great consolation to her. Now, this monologue is before Peter leaves on his travels around the world. He's being chased by the villagers. They want to kill him, and his mother goes along with the chase. But in actual fact, she is trying desperately to defend him. And she breaks off from this search and explains or tries to justify why she thinks Peter is the way he is, and ultimately, is she to blame?